Well, I've been put on notice by my wife. I kind of taken over the dining room with my artifacts, and this is kind of the showpiece of our house for my wife. Probably the room she's the most proud of, and this is not going over well with her. So I am going to have to move and figure out something different if I'm going to keep doing the artifact thing. She's put me on notice, but anyway, I thought I would share with you, maybe in this room for the last time, what I found here just recently. So we'll go through these things real quick if I can do that. I'm having a hard time doing that. But anyway, I thought I'd start here with these different debriders or debarkers. There's different styles that we find here in Northeast Georgia. At first, I couldn't figure out just what these were, and the more I researched them and looked at them, I found out that that's what they were. They would run the shafts through this area here on the stone and take out the bark on that other surface, on that higher surface there. But I've got several like that. Here's another one that's very similar. Um, Pretty neat looking. Like I said, they really kind of confused me to start with. There's a bigger one. That's a pretty good size one there. And then they have these that are kind of a little different, so they would run those shafts through these type of notches and take bark off on these type of tools. So they got several different styles of these debraders or debarkers. Just thought I would show that to you. These are some hammerstones and mortar pestles I found. Kind of a heart-shaped one there, but that one's really been worked and pecked out really nice around the edges. Really worn here on that side, so I think it was kind of held like this and then worked either pecked or used as a pecking stone or a hammerstone. That could be a nutting stone that's cupped out pretty deep right here. But I think it was actually either a hammerstone or a pecking stone. It's really worn on this end right here. Probably held it like that and then worked it like that. Really big, what I call either a rocking pestle or possibly hammerstone. This one's large, probably weighs about 2 pounds, but it's really worn all the way around. Notched out right here for your, I guess for your fingers. You could hold it like that and either rock it in a pestle, grind grains, or use it as a hammer. This is a polishing stone, kind of an odd looking shape. That's the polishing surface there. It's real smooth. It's like glass. But anyway, it's kind of a triangular shaped thing. I'm not sure what kind of material that is. It's pretty strange looking material. Pecked out on the top, smoothed off of there. Probably held, something like that, and then pottery or other tools with. Kind of the same deal here. I'm not sure, that may be an effigy. It looks like a hat, but smooth on the bottom. See where it's kind of dark there, where it's just some oils or whatnot. But I think that was either a grinding stone or a polishing stone, and possibly an effigy of some kind. Be smoothed out in the back, but kind of a odd looking tool. Getting to the pestles. Here's a really large one here, probably about a 3-pounder. Real smooth here. How they do a lot of them on two sides and the top. Probably grip like that. Worn on the bottom there. This one's not notched out on the top. It doesn't really need to be. There's a big surface up there for your thumb to fit, but it's nice in the hand. And here's one that's, you know, for a child, a really small one, or maybe a young teen. A little chipping stone or pecking stone there, made out of quartz. Here's another one. I almost didn't pick this up. This is made out of granite, pretty dense granite, but be held like that, and that bottom side's really warm, and then just peck like that. But that's a tool. Thinking this is probably maybe a hoe. It's either that or a warring axe, but I'm thinking hoe because it's pretty worn around the tip here. Probably a hoe head. But somebody put a lot of work into it. There's a lot of pecking all around that, and smoothed off, polished off here on the back. So I'm not real sure. Usually they don't put that much work into a hoe head. Usually they put kind of minimal amount of work in a hoe head, but that one has a lot of work. It has a lot of work in it, so I'm not sure. It could have been hafted and used as a, you know, as a warring axe. Same thing here. Kind of a duck head shaped stone, and it's pretty thin too, and doesn't have a lot of wear on this though. So I'm kind of thinking that might have been maybe a warring axe. Has very little wear on it. Another one here, warring axe. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Has very little wear on it. Just be hafted like that. Granite. And this is pretty unique too. It's interesting. It's the same thing on both sides. I don't know if this was for left hand, right hand people. I think it's actually a little digging tool, a seed tool for digging and planting seeds. But I'm not real sure, but somebody really put some work into this thing. Really interesting tool. A lot of work put into it. Go that way, I guess, or go this way, whatever way you want to go with it. Really smoothed off, and somebody put a lot of work into that. Wish I knew exactly what that was used for. Interesting. And obviously there were some big fish in that creek at one time. Big fish hook. No, I really think this is actually an effigy, but that's the way I found it, and I was like, good, that's crazy. But anyway, I think it's actually a turkey head. I think it's an actual effigy of a turkey, actual turkey head, or some kind of bird head. But anyway, there were a lot of turkeys up here. There still are in northeast Georgia. So I believe that's what that is really. But it looks like a fish hook too, if you do it that way. Anyway, that's what I got for today, and I'm gonna work on getting this cleaned out so I can stay married. Talk with you later.